Mott's is a New York-based juice manufacturing company. It has 6 manufacturing plants around the US that provide various sizes and flavors of juices and smoothies. In recent years, management noticed that Mott's market share has been decreasing due to its inability to sustain the level of expectations and market demand. We are going to base our analysis by methods learned in class, such as Kolmogorov-Smirnov tests. Our research aim is to find the weak spots in the supply chain. By having this information, we are going to be able to propose solutions. We have 3 project objectives. First, check the inventory availability to ensure adequate raw material inventory. Analyze total lead time to determine if there is any type of waste, and evaluate operators to determine if the machinery and training is adequate.
Methodology. Method chosen: Kolmogorov, Smirnov, and hypothesis test. Description: the objective of the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test is used to decide if our sample comes from a population with normal distribution. Then, we use the hypothesis test to evaluate the actual performance with the plant production. The where: we are going to do our calculation in Excel. Why? We decided this method was the most adequate for the data that was given to us. The how: we use the techniques that were given to us in class. Now we will evaluate our results. First of all, the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. As you can see here, we got a varied result. We got both normal distributed samples and non-normal distributed samples. You can see here our differences from the KS statistic test and the KS critical value. Then we passed our hypothesis test. For this hypothesis test, we said that our new hypothesis was that both means were equal, and our alternate hypothesis was that the means were different. So it was a two-tailed test, and we found quite shocking results because we got both a very far result from the parts available, and also we have a perfect result with the parts needed.
Based on the results we interpreted, there is a miscommunication with our clients. Therefore, we have more inventory than needed, causing less space in our storage, and that elevates our costs and wastes. For the mechanical, electrical, and operator hours, we found a constant problem. All workers have a low performance and thus extend their time working. This causing high costs and may result in a low quality product. An unexpected result was that the sum of all workers' labor hours were even, meaning the workers work just as planned. The limitations we found in our study were that we had not as much time as expected because our source was busy. Another limitation was the company privacy because they couldn't give us all the information we needed. Finally, we can conclude that the objectives were achieved even though the information given was limited. By using the Kolmogorov-Smirnov method, we were able to accomplish our goals. The most significant result was the labor hours were even as a whole. But if we analyze the data as an individual task, we found no match between planned and actual inventory and planned and actual technical hours. A future recommendation would be to do these tests in every area of the company to detect any inconsistencies. These types of tests add plenty of value to the whole supply chain and can have major competitive improvements for the company.
The work I did for this project played a pivotal role for the development of the written report. I wrote and analyzed the data collected by Emilia and Rodrigo.
I had 2 roles in this project. The first one was to contact our source inside Mott's. We had a video conference and he explained and gave me all the data we needed. The second one was to make part of the Kolmogorov-Smirnov tests and test some hypotheses.
For this team project, I performed 2 different roles. The first role was to do some calculations with Emilia for the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test and our hypothesis testing, and the second role was to produce and edit this video.